Okay, good morning all. Hope you're all well. Again, we're going to try some new learning today. This is going to be the first part lesson. Okay, we are going to understand what decimals make one whole. Okay, one whole. So the first part, and what we're going to do today, is I can understand how many tenths can be added to make one whole. Okay, that lovely circle there is showing you what it is. The second part we'll do tomorrow. Okay. So, quick reminder. Remember, as we're doing this, if you're a bit unsure and you want a little bit more time, just press the little pause button, okay? If you've got a piece of pen and paper with you, or pencil and paper, whatever it is, then that might be nice. Just write some things down as you're doing it, okay? Like how we would be doing it on a whiteboard and pen in class. But that's up to you. So, how many tenths make a whole? So again, if you want to pause it, have a little think about how many tenths. Okay, so we've got our whole number, our decimal point, and then how many tenths make up one whole? Have a little think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this back in. So these are tenths, okay, 0.1. Okay, how many of these make up one whole? Count with me if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We know that, okay, because if you think about the word tenths, you can see the word 10 in it. 10 tenths make up one whole. Okay, that's going to be a really important part of today's lesson. So let's move on. Just move myself out of the way. Okay, so today we're going to be making wholes from tenths. So we're going to be looking at, and then we'll show you some examples. 0.8 plus something equals 1. Okay, there's a really easy way of doing this. I'll show you with a bar model. So I get a red highlighter. I'm going to shade in 0.8, and we've all done this. We've done so much practice with this. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8 is shaded in. How many is left? Let me choose a blue. Okay, I've got here 0.1, 0.2. Okay, so it's not 2, so that would mean 2 wholes. Okay, it's 0.2. Okay, we've got 0.8 here, plus 0.2 equals 1 whole. And you can see my whole is shaded in there. Okay, so you can see that full whole is shaded in. Okay, if all of them are shaded in, it's 1 whole. Okay, 1 whole. So let's take that back. Let's have a look at another one. So we've got, out of the way, 0.3 plus something equals 1. So I've got 0.3. Have a little think about this now. Plus something equals 1. Have a little count on the screen if you need to. So you should see that there's 0.3 plus 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Okay, so 0.3 plus 0.7 equals 1. Now, if you've noticed already, all we're doing is we're making two numbers that equal 10. Okay, and these are things that we will learn in year 1 and year 2. Okay, so you'll see here we've got, have a look at my highlighter for me. So 3 plus 7 equals 10. Okay, and that's all we're doing, we're making tenths. Okay, 3 plus 7 equals 10. 0.3 plus 0.7 equals 1 whole. Okay, which equals 10 tenths, which is the same as 1 whole. Okay, remember, 1 whole, okay, equals is the same as 10 tenths. Okay, as you can see down here. Pause the screen now. I want you to have a little think about 0.5 plus something equals 1. 0.6 plus something also equals 1. Okay, have a think about that. Okay, so you should have, if you've paused that, if you haven't paused it yet, pause it now because I'm going to tell you the answers if you've not already got them. So 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1. 0.6 plus 0.4 equals 1. Okay, really important that you get that now. If you don't get that, I need you to rewind and watch it again. Okay, if you do get that, move on because we're going to move on to some slightly trickier ones. Okay, so like I said, if you don't get it, that's fine. I need you to watch it again. Okay, if you and we would, if you're in class and you wouldn't understand it, again we would get you. We would explain it again if you needed it explained again to you. So it's no problem. Okay, just pause it, rewind it, and have another watch of me talking about it. Okay, so the second part is 1.8 plus something equals 2. Okay, this seems a little bit trickier. Okay, now remember, this bar model equals 1 whole. Okay, equals 1 whole. So I'm shading in 1 whole, and then I need to shade in 0.8. Okay, now to do that, I'm just going to have to get myself another bar model. Magic, I pulled it down there. So 1.8 plus something equals 2. Now what I could have done, okay, is I could have straight away said, right, okay, the answer's 2. Okay, you can see my answer's 2 wholes. So to help me explain this, I'm going to get myself 2 whole bar models. Okay, and now you can see that in the picture below now. So I've got 2 whole bar models. So I'm going to shade in 1.8, so 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8. And then what's left to make 2 wholes? Well, there's not actually that many left. There's only 0.1, 0.1, 0.2. Okay, so 1.8 plus 0.2 equals 2. Okay, let's try the next one. Now the next one is showing the answer to be 3. So how many bar models are we going to need? Okay, how many whole bar models are we going to need? We're going to need 3 whole bar models. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly copy myself one. Okay, so I'm going to shade in 2.3. So 2 wholes, and then so I've got 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Okay, how many is left? Again, use bar models to help you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. When I give you the work, I'll put bar models there for you as well. So I've got 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So 2.3 plus 0.7 equals 3. Okay. But again, another way you could do it, if you start on 2.3, okay, keep counting up until you get to 3. So 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, 3. Okay, and that's the 7 there, so it's 0.7. Okay, again, what I'll do now is I'm going to move on. If you don't understand, watch it again. I want you to spend a couple of minutes having a think about the questions underneath now. Okay, 1.5 plus something equals 3. 0.6 plus something equals 2. Okay, have a little go at those. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, I'm going to move on. This isn't really anything too difficult. This is just showing it in a different way. Okay, so without a bar model. So I've got one hole here. Okay, here I've got 0.3. So 0.3 and something else equals 1. Okay, again we can count up. So 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. How many have I got? I've got 7. Now, is that the correct answer? No, it's definitely not the correct answer because that's 7 holes. Okay, we had 7 whole, okay, 7 whole cakes plus 0.3 of a cake. It's not going to equal 1 cake, is it? Okay, so that it's really important. Okay, if I said to you, do you want 0.7 of a piece of cake or do you want 7 cakes? I know which one you'd want. You'd want 7 cakes. So please make sure that if it's 0.7, you're writing it as 0.7. Okay, because there's a big difference between 7 and 0.7. Okay, like I said, explained earlier, if you need to go back through it and have a rewatch of some of the things I've said, great, you do that. Okay, if you don't, you want to move on to the questions, fine. Okay, you can always come back to the video if you need to. Okay, good luck, well done, and let us know if you need any help.